I just want to say I'm so happy and so lucky to all be here together. Like Tiny Tim said, God bless us, everyone.
It was pretty common years ago. You have the grandmother, grandfather, sometimes even an uncle or an aunt, and then the father and mother, and then the children. And the idea of continuity.
But I mean, the fact that you do see people get older. You do see people having... you do
Not
see,
you, dear me.
You do see people having babies, and you see those babies grow up. And, you know, the generations, the continuity of life, I think, is very important.
But the Martins, they've always had a little bit of problems with the Tylers. So I'd just like to know, what do the Martins really think now of Phoebe?
Phoebe, of course, is always charging and bull, or whatever. Bull in a china shop, but she's the same thing.
Phoebe! What an unpleasant surprise.
Oh, you little sneak. You stabbed me in the back with your Swedish meatballs.
The fact remains I caught them red-handed. In flagrante delicto.
In for what?
You know very well in what, Benjamin. I don't have to spell it out to you. That tacky little frump and my husband.
Oh, Phoebe, why must you tear my heart out?
I would be pleased to do that if only you had one.
When Phoebe first began, when your character first began, she was just full of mischief and a lot of trouble. Was that in there, or did you help bring that out in the character?
Well, what I learned, Carol, was that you can never put your own self into a character. If you're going to play a character, play what the author wrote. Sure, you can add embellishments, but don't ever try to fudge it. You see, we all want to be liked. I thought they'll never like her if she's that old, old curmudgeon, which she was for a while. People loved it. They loved to see somebody get out there and, maneuver people and manipulate people and tell people off. And they like it because they don't dare do it themselves.
I always loved it when you would come on because I knew there was going to be trouble.
Exactly. Now, Phoebe on, what's she doing?
Now, my dear, tell me, how much would it cost to uproot you from Chuck's life forever?
You are one hell of a dame, Phoebe.
Thank you.
And just as Phoebe lorded over the Tyler clan, Palmer Cortlandt, as played by James Mitchell, controlled his prominent family. You had an awful lot of interesting relationships in this show, but one of my favorites is the relationship between you and Daisy.
Daisy was one who just wouldn't stand for Palmer's antics. Not for a second, not for a second. And I was always very attracted to her, and she was always just ahead of me, going somewhere. And I would snatch her back. We had a wonderful relationship.
My goodness, even complaining that things on your wedding day is absolutely absurd. What's going on? Nothing. Nothing is going on. Time for you to get dressed.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. You're much more beautiful than you were when you were 17.
I'm nothing. I'm a liar.
Palmer Cortlandt met his match when the powerful Adam Chandler, played by David Canary, moved to Pine Valley. I was told that when you were cast as Adam, you didn't know that you were going to play your own twin brother.
That's right. They suckered me into this contract, and I couldn't have been happier. I didn't find out for several days, but then from that point on, I was delighted there were going to be two characters, although I had no idea who they were. My model for Stuart is my son, and my son was born only 5 days before I started on this show. I can imagine myself seeing the world through Christopher's eyes when he was very, very young, and seeing everything brand new, and not judging anything.
David, what do you feel was Stuart's finest moment on the show?
Well, there would have to be, I think, his love affair with Cindy. They ultimately got married. This woman fell in love with him for what he was, for his honesty, and the things that he was, and didn't worry about the things that he wasn't.
Stuart, I want you to break it off with Cindy. Why? I love her. I know I'm not the brightest guy in the world, but Cindy knows that. She likes me just the way I am. She has AIDS. It's a dangerous disease. You don't get AIDS from being with a friend. I can be with her, I can hug her, I can even kiss her if I want to. It's not that simple, Stuart. People who are in love don't always stop at kissing. What do you think I am? We're not married. I respect Cindy. I would never do that unless we were married. Stuart, people can't always rely on self-control. It's just too big a chance to take. She's gone, isn't she? She was sitting here holding her hand like this. My sweetheart.
Here's another celebrity snapshot.
I just called to say I need you. And when you called me, I made sure I was here. I just called to say I love you. I'm sure they'll mean it from the bottom of their pocket.
Coming up, a surprise visit from Oprah Winfrey.
Will you guys wait for me? Never wait.
Mocha.
Look, girls. We're about to celebrate a moment. Oh, I really want to.
I can't. I have to fit into my bathing suit.
You're not having any?
No.
I know I'm not doing this.
No, I'm serious.
Fat on her. She's worried about 60 calories.
60 calories? You guys knew there were 60 calories in here and you didn't tell me? What else haven't you guys told me?
A week of scout camp. How hard could it be? Yeah.
I'm your new troop leader. We're going to chop wood and dig a ditch from here to there. Any questions?
Bet you can't eat just one.
Kid, I once went an entire week without breathing.
New Wavy Lay's Hidden Valley Ranch flavor. Bet you can't eat just one. Hidden Valley's a special ranch. Wavy Lay's are special potato chips.
We're the scrubbing mama.
In the new trigger sprayer.
Yeah, he's our new trigger sprayer.
There's only one trigger that gives you scrubbing bubbles. Dow's new trigger sprayer. It has us foaming and clinging instead of running like other triggers, easily removing dirt and soap scum. Dow Bathroom Cleaner's new trigger sprayer. The only trigger with scrubbing bubbles.
We work hard so you don't have to.
The critics agree. General Hospital is soaring like no soap in memory. Humor and style triumph.
All of the bests of 1994 can be summed up in 2 words: General Hospital.
All right!
Find out why everyone is raving about General Hospital.
Weekdays at 1 on KOAT. 25th anniversary special will continue in a moment.
Primetime now on Wednesday. The world knew her as the teacher who seduced the 15-year-old who killed her husband. Now, for the first time, Pam Smart tells her story.
Did you plan the murder of your husband?
Primetime now on Wednesday.
Wednesday 9 here on KOAT 7.
Hey, Russ, what's that little beauty word? Jess, we've got to sell a lot of cars this month, so I'm going to go $2,200 on this one.
Hi, folks. I'm Jess Hamry, the general sales manager at Albuquerque Nissan. And Russ is not kidding. We have to sell a lot of cars. Now, how are we going to do that? Easy. We're going to lower prices. Look at this. Brand new 95 Ultimate you can buy today for just $11,995. That's right. Every car this weekend will be sale price. Now, we're located at 6000 San Mateo. We're Albuquerque Nissan. We'll see you here.